What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my prize picks breakdown for UFC Atlantic City. We got Aaron Blanchfield going against Manon Fiorot. And yeah, looking forward to this card. We have 14 fights on the entire card. And yeah, should be a fun one. We're back in the crowd, so looking forward to that. Before we get into it, if you guys could please do me a favor, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you guys want to check out PrizePicks and get a deposit bonus up to $100, use the promo code DFSBTN. And you will get said deposit bonus. And then also, I'm doing PrizePicks content on my website, dfsbythenumbers.com weekly. On there, I'm doing a PrizePicks article breaking down my top 5 PrizePicks plays and also doing a PrizePicks entry. I've hit the last 3 entries, started the year off kind of cold, but have been doing good as of late. So if you guys want to check that out, I do that weekly here. And I'm trying to do the weekly videos. But we'll see what I do with it going forward. But yeah, I say we get right into it, though. We'll talk some prize picks. We're going to start with the significant strikes. And the first one we're going to touch on is going to be Colin Loughran more than 45.5 significant strikes here. So this is a fight that I do think gets extended, if not does go the full 15. He's taken on Angel Pacheco, who is a walking punching bag. On the Contender Series against Danny Silva, he absorbed like 200 significant strikes, and that's kind of what I like about this more here, is going to be the fact that Pacheco, although hittable, is very durable, can take a shot. 2 losses, both come by decision. I think this probably does go to decision, and really anything that Colin Loughran throws is probably going to land here. So I like the more on 45.5 significant strikes. I think that is a little bit too low. Next, we're going to go against another walking punching bag and another guy that is very tough, and it is going to be the Dennis Buzukja significant strikes. It's set at 46.5. He's going against Connor Matthews, who, like I said, is very hittable. Really no striking defense whatsoever for Connor Matthews at all. And yeah, anything that Buzukja throws is going to land. And then again, I think this fight probably does go the distance. Both these guys are super tough. I know Buzukja got finished in 60 seconds by Jamal Emmers, but that was a weird situation. I was not expecting that. I think this fight probably does go the full 15 here. And when it does, yeah, I mean, I feel like Buzukja is going to crush this number. So yeah, 46.5, another more that I do like on these significant strikes. And then lastly, we'll touch on another more here, and I like this one stylistically for Lupi Godinez, the more on the 63.5 significant strikes. And the way I see this fight playing out is Lupi Godinez going out there using her wrestling defensively, hopefully. You know, there would be no reason for her to take down Virna Jandiroba. And then on the feet, I think she's going to be the much better striker in this matchup. I expect her to, land a ton of significant strikes. Lupi Godinez is a fighter that's landing 4.31 significant strikes. And really, I don't see any reason this fight should hit the ground. If it does, it should be because Virna Jandiroba is able to get down Lupi. But I think Lupi has the defensive wrestling to keep this upright. And when she does, I think she's going to have a field day on the feet, just picking apart Virna Jandiroba for, again, a fight that I do think does go the full 15 minutes. I'd be very, very surprised if Lupi was able to go out there and finish Virna Jandiroba. I think if there's a finish, it probably comes from the Jandiroba side. So another more here for the significant strikes. I'm liking 3 mores on the significant strikes. I'm liking that Loughran, that Buzukja, and then that Lupi Godinez. Let's go to the fight time. And the first one I'm going to touch on is going to be the Anton Turkalj fight time. 6.5. It has moved a tad since it opened. It opened around 7.5 minutes, which I liked a lot. Still here, I don't mind. I think Ibo Aslan is very live for an early finish in this matchup, and I mean very live. I'm actually picking him to go out there and knock out Anton Turkalj. Turkalj blocks punches with his face, and doing that against Ibo Aslan is kind of a recipe for disaster. So I expect Ibo Aslan to get this win by first round knockout. If he's not able to get this Turkalj out of there early, I do expect Turkalj to probably finish him in the second round, maybe even the first. Like if Turkalj is able to get down Ibo Aslan in the first round, like he could sub him in the first as well. So I like this less. I like the under 1.5 in terms of a play in general. So would like to get the 7.5, but they moved it a bit. But still, a 6.5 minutes, I'm still taking the less there. All right, next we're going to go with another less here. We're going to go with the Julio Arce fight time and 7.5 minutes, and I'm taking the less here as well. He's going against Herbert Burns, who I don't think has 7.5 minutes in him. I think that Herbert is going to completely sell out for the finish in the first couple of minutes, and if he gets it, he gets it, which I don't think it's entirely likely. If he does not get it, I think he's going to crumble. I think he's going to fold. We have not seen Herbert Burns in there for a while. And yeah, if he's not able to finish Arce in the first couple minutes, I think Arce is going to take over. And I think it's a bad stylistic matchup for Herbert Burns here. So I like Arce, the less than 7.5 minutes fight time there. And then why not? We'll go with another less here. We want Bruno Silva, less than 7.5 minutes fight time. And yeah, I think Bruno Silva probably does knock out Weidman in the first round. I don't think this fight gets too extended, to be honest. And if Weidman's able to take down Bruno Silva early on, like, Weidman's going to have a good chance to submit Bruno Silva, who's been submitted 100 times. So another less I like here. I like a lot of violence from a PrizePicks perspective. The Bruno Silva, the Anton Turkalj, the Julio Arce, and then even like the Nursultan Ruziboev is another less that I like. 6.5 minutes. I think Ruziboev finishes Dumas in the first round. So a lot of violence I do like from a PrizePicks perspective. In terms of anything else from a fight time perspective, not much sticking out. I think you could hit the mores for like the Bazookia and Emmers fights, but nothing I'm really running to the window for there. Let's go to the takedowns, and it looks like they only have 2 here as of now, or 3 here as of now. So the first one I'm going to go with is going to be the Jacob Malkoun takedown set at 3.5. I'm taking the more here. Jacob Malkoun's a monster when it comes to wrestling. He's going to get fights down to the mat early and often, and he can wrestle for 15 minutes. Cardio won't be an issue. I think if this fight does get extended, which I think it does, I think this fight actually goes the full 15. He should be able to go out there and get multiple takedowns. Was able to get like 7 takedowns against Brendan Allen. Was able to get like 8 or 9 takedowns against Nick Maximov. So yeah, takedown should not be a problem here for Jacob Malkoun at all. So I do like the more there than 3.5. And then another more is going to be the Aaron Blanchfield 2.5 takedowns. So I'm not the biggest fan of Blanchfield's wrestling. I think her jiu-jitsu is incredible, top-notch. It's just the wrestling hasn't been amazing in the UFC. She's completing takedowns at a 30% accuracy. With that said, though, she's going to have 25 minutes here to work with. And if she does go out there and attempt upwards of 20 takedowns, I think she's bound to get 3, especially across 25 minutes, especially as the fight goes on. And, the pressure might, get to Fiora later in the fight. I think those takedowns might come easier and easier later in the fight. So early on, I'm not expecting Blanchfield to get many takedowns, if any, like maybe 1 within the first couple rounds. But as the fight goes on, I think she'll start to finally get those takedowns, 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. And it's just hard to imagine Blanchfield not getting at least 3 takedowns if this fight does go the full 25 minutes. Because for sure she's going to be trying to get this fight down to the mat as much as possible. So I like the more there for Aaron Blanchfield, 2.5 takedowns. And then lastly, we'll go with the fantasy score. And really not much sticking out from a fantasy score perspective. One that I do like, and this kind of reminds me of the fight last week with Trey Ogden. So on DraftKings, Trey Ogden broke the slate. He put up 1,000,000 points. But on PrizePicks, you don't get points for control time. You don't get points for just regular strikes. On PrizePicks, you get scored for takedowns and then significant strikes. So I could see a scenario where Jacob Malkoun goes out there, gets on top of Petrosky, is landing those pitter-patter strikes that don't count as significant strikes, and those strikes are going to add up, but he's not going to get credited with a ton of significant strikes, which are important, right? So I could see this fight playing out in the mat, honestly, quite a bit. Like, I could see Petrosky getting on top here at some points in this fight, but I think it's more than likely going to be Malkoun being the guy that is on top and racking up control, racking up those strikes, which again aren't significant strikes, and I think this does go less than 92.5. I don't think Malkoun is finishing Petrosky, at least early, maybe a 3rd round finish, but even that I think is somewhat of a stretch. So give me the Jacob Malkoun less than 92.5 on the fantasy score. And let's see if anything's really sticking out here. Blanchfield, no. Rizbov, no. Luque, no. Cheaty, nah. Not much else is really sticking. I guess the only other one that kind of sticks out would maybe be like the Melissa Gatto, 78.5, because that's super low. And I do like her to win. I like her to actually maybe get a finish even. So if she does get a finish, I think she crushes that. But I think that Malkoun would be probably my favorite in terms of the fantasy score. That less there at 92.5, just way too high for my liking. So, yeah, there you guys have it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys like. If I missed anything, don't forget to check out PrizePicks. Use promo code DFSBTN. Get yourself a 100% deposit match up to $100. And then also, lastly, check out DFSbythenumbers.com. I'll be posting my PrizePicks article either late tonight or sometime tomorrow. So, you guys, best of luck. Enjoy the card. We'll talk to you soon. See you later.